Welcome, mythology enthusiasts. Today we embark on an epic journey into the heart of ancient Greece, unraveling the tales of gods, titans, and mortals. Over 2,000 years ago, in the heart of ancient Greece, a blind poet named Homer, alongside renowned authors, playwrights, and historians of that era, would tell and record tales that we now know as Greek mythology. They would speak about the great heroes of the land, the powerful gods of Olympus, and the ordinary individuals who, unfortunately, got in their way. But who was Zeus? And why did he wage war against his own father and unleashed a devastating flood on humanity? Why was mankind created by Prometheus? And why were the horrors of the world unleashed from Pandora's box? Stay with me until the end, and together we'll discover the fascinating answers that connect threads of this ancient myth. In the beginning, there was only chaos, an infinite void of emptiness. From this emerged three entities, each playing a pivotal role in shaping the cosmos. Gaia, the earth, became the very foundation upon which the physical world would be constructed. Simultaneously, Tartarus, the abyss, manifested as the darkest depths of the underworld where condemned souls would be sent for punishment. Accompanying them, Eros, the embodiment of love, emerged as a unifying and binding force, instilling harmony in the midst of chaos. Gaia later gave birth to Erebus, the embodiment of darkness, and Nyx, the personification of night. From them emerged night and day, who became the fundamental forces that introduced the concept of time and rhythm to the unfolding universe. Gaia then brought forth Uranus, personifying the sky. The two would then unite and produce three sets of children: the three one-eyed Cyclopes, the 300-handed Hecatoncheires, and the 12 Titans. However, Uranus was a tough ruler who ruled over the cosmos with an unkind and harsh demeanor. Driven by complex interplay of power and an underlying fear or his own demise, Uranus feared of being dethroned by his own children. Therefore, he hated his children, and right after his children were born, he imprisoned them within the depths of the earth. After many eras of suffering and subjugation, Gaia grew tired of Uranus's tyranny, and she began a plot a way to overthrow him. She freed her youngest son, Kronos, and gifted him an indestructible sickle. With the help of the sickle, Kronos overthrew Uranus and became the ruler of the cosmos. However, fearing the same prophecy that haunted his father, Kronos became a tyrannical ruler just like his father. Kronos feared that one of his sons would rise against his sovereignty and take his power. So he made a grim decision to devour his children as soon as they were born, ensuring that none could grow to challenge his authority. His wife, the goddess Rhea, was desolated, seeing the tyrannical god devour all her child one after another. When Rhea got pregnant for the 6th time, she rebelled and decided that her newborn would not be a meal for Kronos. So Rhea descended to earth and gave birth to Zeus in a cave on Mount Ida in Crete. Kronos knew that Rhea was pregnant and waited for the child's birth to devour him. However, Rhea wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes and passed it off as the supposed baby to Kronos, who, unaware of her intentions, swallowed it yet again. Meanwhile, secluded on the island, Zeus was raised by nymphs. He started being educated by an enchanted eagle, which traveled the world and gave him the news of everything that was happening. When he matured, Zeus was informed of his true identity and the terrible fate of his siblings. Determined to defeat Kronos, Zeus looked for a way to free his brothers. So, he sought the help of the Titaness Metis, the goddess of wisdom, and with her help, Zeus found a potion that would make Kronos vomit for ages. When the opportune moment arrived, Zeus successfully slipped Metis's potion to Kronos. The plan worked perfectly. Kronos started vomiting and spilled out all of Zeus's siblings, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, in addition to the stone that was used to deceive Kronos. With his brothers and sisters at his side, Zeus commenced the Titanomachy, also known as the War of the Titans. The stage was set for a mighty struggle as Zeus and his newfound allies sought to overthrow the oppressive rule of Kronos and reshape the destiny of the gods. On one side was Kronos, joined by his Titan allies, and their army led by the Might Titan Atlas. On the other, Zeus and his brothers stood defiant at the top of Mount Olympus as their headquarters. In a pivotal move, Zeus, aware of the power of the Titan army, looked for reinforcements in Tartarus and unleashed the 100-handed giant and the Cyclops craftsman. These powerful allies forged incredible weapons for the gods. Zeus received mighty thunderbolt. Poseidon received a trident capable of causing terrible storms and earthquakes. And Hades got the helmet of terror, which gave him the power of invisibility. The two armies were on a collision course. When they met, the noise was so raucous that it trembled the universe. Earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and typhoons ruled the earth. During the battle, Zeus unleashed his powerful lightning, whereas the Titans threw entire mountains against the gods. This battle between the gods and the Titans lasted for almost 10 intense years of one-on-one clashes. Initially, Titans appeared to have an advantage. Then Zeus decided to unleash the dreaded Hecatonchyres, who were giants with 100 arms and 50 heads. These creatures had a decisive impact on shifting the war. Armed with boulders, Hecatonchyres set an ambush for the Titans. At the right time, Zeus retreated his forces, drawing the Titans into the Hecatonchyres' trap. The 100-handed ones started raining down hundreds of boulders, with such a fury that the Titans thought the mountains were falling down upon them. The Titan army panicked, became demoralized, and ran away. Their defeat was inevitable. Zeus, with his powerful lightning, brought Kronos to his knees and finally declared himself the king of the universe. The gods then sentenced Kronos and his allies to a life sentence at Tartarus and ordered the Hecatonchyres to guard the powerful gates built by Poseidon to hold the Titans. But due to his significant role in the conflict, a special punishment awaited Atlas. He was cursed to hold the weight of the heavens on his shoulders forever. However, a handful of Titans managed to evade such retribution. Among them were Themis, the Titaness embodying divine law and order, and her son, Prometheus. Their strategic alignment with Zeus at the beginning of the conflict spared them from the harsh punishment, allowing them to live amongst the Olympian gods. After the war, the gods divided the universe between them, and Zeus was declared the supreme god, ruling over all other. Taking up residence on Mount Olympus, Zeus and his fellow gods became known as the 12 Olympians. Now Zeus wanted creatures who could serve the gods, so he tasked Prometheus to create man and the animals. Prometheus created man out of mud, and the goddess Athena breathed life into his creation. Another Titan, Epimetheus, was given the task to assign all living creatures of the planet different qualities, such as shells for turtles and claws for bears and so on. He gave out all special gifts to the animals, and there was nothing left when it came to man. Observing that men dwelled in caves like other beasts but possessed a potential for greatness, Prometheus felt empathy toward them and bestowed upon men the gift of fire. This allowed humans to emerge from their caves, fashion tools, and rise from the darkness. Empowered by knowledge, technology, and civilization, humans soon came to rule over all other creatures. Despite the remarkable advancements of man, Zeus, dissatisfied with the progress, demanded animal sacrifices from them to assert his divine authority. But Prometheus, loyal to mankind, created two piles, one with the bones wrapped in juicy fat, the other with the good meat hidden in the hide. He then made Zeus to pick, and Zeus, deceived by the juicy fat, picked the bones. Since Zeus had given his word, he had to accept that as his share for future. In retaliation, Zeus took away fire, plunging men into darkness. In a daring move, Prometheus stole the fire back, leading to his eternal punishment of being bound to a rock on Mount Caucasus and being eaten by an eagle every day. Seeking additional revenge, Zeus decided to create Pandora and gifted her a box containing all the troubles, sorrows, and evils that could plague humanity. Despite being warned by Prometheus not to open the box under any circumstances, Pandora's curiosity got the better of her, and she opened the box, from where miseries and evils escaped and spread across the world. So ended the golden age of man, a perfect time where humanity lived without care or worry, never growing old. But with old age escaping from Pandora's box, their time on Earth had come to an end. Next would come the Age of Silver, and then the Age of Bronze, where man would become arrogant, failing to worship the gods and forging weapons to wage war on each other, plunging the once harmonious world into a grim epic of viciousness. Enraged by mankind's insatiable appetite for war, Zeus decided that humanity deserved nothing more than to be completely wiped from the earth. The only feasible option he saw was to unleash a great flood upon the world. So, he asked his brother Poseidon to gather all his strength and strike his trident upon the deepest depths of the ocean. The wave created was so powerful that it would eclipse the tallest mountains, crashing down upon the cities of man below. Rains would pour from the heavens, and winds would strike the water until it consumed all that could be seen. Those who survived the initial deluge would soon face the grim fate of starvation as the floodwaters relentlessly claimed all dry land. In the aftermath, only two individuals remained: Pyrrha, daughter of Pandora, and Deucalion, son of Prometheus. They had been forewarned by Prometheus that a great flood was coming, and so the duo had built a ship to survive the impending destruction. Their little boat would survive the ravages of Poseidon's great storm, drifting alone in the vast oceans. Believing his job was done, Zeus commanded the rains to cease and for the waters to recede. As the earth became calm, it became eerily still, devoid of any traces of human existence. Faced with the emptiness of a world without people, Deucalion and Pyrrha then asked the gods how they could rebuild humanity. The gods, hearing the pleas, sent goddess Themis to answer their prayers. Themis instructed them to travel along the mountain, throwing stones behind their backs as they traveled. Day after day and night after night, they would each throw stones behind them, with those thrown by Deucalion growing into men and those by Pyrrha into women. Thus, humanity was reborn. The crimes of their ancestors washed away. They were granted a second chance, able to choose a path of their own making. This time, humanity would be protected, for on Mount Parnassus, Deucalion discovered a cryptic artifact. Radiating ethereal energy and inscribed with divine markings, the artifact acted as a protective shield, creating an invisible barrier between the mortal realm and the whims of Mount Olympus. This ensured that the trial and tribulations faced by humanity would be met with a newfound strength and fortitude, and humanity could be kept safe for the rest of time. Now bestowed with the freedom to choose their own path, will these new humans reflect wisdom or compassion, or will they be as brutal and destructive as those who had preceded them? Only time will tell. But the story doesn't end here. Join me in our next exploration as we dive into the mystical realms of Vedic creation myth, where cosmic forces and divine intricacies shape the narrative. What parallels do you see between the Greek and Egyptian myths? Share your insights in the comments below. And here's a question for you. If you were a god or goddess in Greek mythology, which one would you be and why? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more mythological journeys, and ring the notification bell to stay tuned. Until then, let the mysteries of ancient tales continue to captivate our imaginations.